Okay, so this is M-STEP review questions 14, 15, and 16. For number 14, they're asking you to enter the value of n so that this expression right here is equivalent to this one right here. And remember, equivalent means equals. So I'm going to actually simplify this one. I have the opposite of y plus 5.3 plus the quantity 7.2y minus 9. So we don't have any numbers in front of the parentheses. Okay, hopefully you can see that. We don't have any numbers in front of the parentheses, so we don't have to do any distributive property. And a plus sign here means we're just going to keep. So I'm just going to drop the parentheses and then I'll combine like terms. So I have the opposite of y plus 5.3 plus the 7.2y minus 9. Okay, combining like terms, we're going to combine our y's. We have minus y or opposite y. We can also think of that as a negative 1 plus positive 7.2 works out to be 6.2y. And then we have 5.3 minus 9, and that is negative 3.7. And I'm going to compare that to this statement right here, 6.2y plus n. So we want the value of n, but we have a plus sign here, and here we have a minus sign. So to make this a plus sign, we're going to add the opposite or move this negative sign to the 3.7. So minus 3.7 is the same thing as negative 3.7. So that would be 6.2y plus negative 3.7 if I rewrote it. And then I know that n is going to be negative 3.7. So using our tools, we would be using this negative sign for our negative value, and then our decimal here and the numbers on the keypad. This is not a calculator, it's a keypad to enter your numbers. Okay, then we get to part B. In part B, this is where calculators are allowed, okay? And so in this section, we are using calculators. Okay, in number 15, it says this table shows a proportional relationship. Okay, so we don't have to check if it's linear, and going through 0, 0, we're already told it does. Okay, it is a proportional relationship. So then it asks, find the constant of proportionality, or R, the rate. Remember, that is also slope, R for rate. And we find that by doing change in y over change in x, or picking any pair of points and doing y divided by x. So I'll pick this one. It doesn't matter which point you pick. Okay, that's your x comma y. So 60 divided by 5, and that works out to be 12. So my r is 12, or my m for slope. Okay, these are interchangeable. And then I'm told, using the value for r, enter an equation in the form y equals rx. So y equals rx. We're replacing r with 12. So we have y equals 12x. And then, of course, you're going to be typing that in, y equals 12x. And they provide you the x and y keys in your tools to enter that. Okay, number 16, we have a word problem with a little bit more work here. It says Dave buys a baseball for $15 plus 8% tax. Mel buys a football for $20 plus 8% tax. You have a highlighter tool, so you wanted to highlight the information given, and it says enter the difference in dollars of the amounts Dave and Mel pay, including tax. Round your answer to the nearest cent. So we know for nearest cent, we're talking about money. 2 decimal places is money and cents. Okay, so you do have a calculator here, but I am going to write it out. We're going to have $15 with an 8% sales tax would be times 1.08. Okay, because you're going to have your 100%, the amount, plus the 8% tax. Remember, 8% is 0.08, not 0.8. That would be 80%. And then you would just type that on the calculator to work that out. And for Dave, that is $16.20. And then we go to Mel. Mel paid $20 for an item. Also 8% sales tax, so times 1.08. And that works out to be $21.60. And then we take their difference. $21.60 minus $16.20 gives us $5.40. Okay, they don't provide the dollar sign here, but they do want you to go to the nearest cent. So don't write in 5.4. You're going to have to type in 5.40. Okay, that is your M-Step 14 through 16 for today.